Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Today, we are pleased to welcome Victor Wong. He is a local pharmacist, and he is here on behalf of Shoppers Drug Mart. We're talking about getting people ready for that travel season, which is already in full swing, Victor. But if they are heading somewhere else in the world, what they need to practice or prepare before leaving, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you find that people are really taking into consideration what they need to bring along the trip, or things that they need to do ahead of time, like vaccinations?
Yeah, so a lot of people are planning for trips right now, or they've been planning for a while now, especially it's so cold. I mean, today it's absolutely frigid.
It is.
So what better time to get away than now? And people usually plan and pack the usual things. They have a list of packing their sandals, their bathing suits.
Yeah.
But one thing that's often overlooked is protecting yourself. Making sure that you're healthy and protected during your trip, because on these trips, the only thing you want to bring back are fun memories.
That's right.
Yeah, nothing else.
Nothing. We don't want to bring back anything else. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where pharmacists and pharmacies can really be of help. So for instance, individuals can come to any pharmacy like Shoppers Drug Mart, and they can get travel consultations from the pharmacist. And they can also, starting this year, also receive their vaccinations, their travel vaccinations from their pharmacists. So it makes it super easy, and it's never been easier to stay protected.
I have to say, before this, you'd have to go to your doctor. It was kind of, even to get in to see your doctor sometimes can be a challenge, or you leave it too late. This way, you just go to the pharmacy, start the consultation. Will the pharmacist say, okay, you're going to Mexico, or you're going to Costa Rica, you might want to look at this, or this could be a risk wherever you're traveling if you don't know?
Right, definitely.
Okay.
And that's a very good point, because depending upon where you go in the world, there's different precautions. So if you go to, for instance, Southeast Asia, or if you go to the Caribbean, or if you go to Africa, there's different levels of risks and threats. So for instance, in some places, you might want to be protected against typhoid. These are in more developing countries where they don't have the necessary water purifications in place. So you don't want to get any typhoid. Some places you're at more of risk of hepatitis A or hepatitis B, so you might want to get vaccinated for those diseases. And also there are other things that you want to be careful of, such as diarrhea, so traveler's diarrhea. You also want to be protected against malaria, and there's different malaria patterns all across the world which require different medications. So that's where consultation with your pharmacist can help.
Wow, so with malaria there is a vaccination?
No vaccination there.
There's no vaccination?
Yes, but there are a slew of different tablets that you can get.
Interesting.
Specific to some individuals. So mosquitoes sometimes will be more resistant to certain medications and more susceptible to others.
Okay, so this is information that the general public probably doesn't know. So meet with your pharmacist and get a plan together. You've also brought along some things that you can bring with you, because having a little safety kit or a medicine kit is always a good idea, right? Because when you're down there, you might not have access so easily to all of this.
Exactly. You want to be prepared. So you want to bring the necessary things so that in the event that you fall ill, you can treat it. And also to prevent any things that can happen. So
anything that can ruin your trip, right, Victor?
Exactly. That's right.
What did you bring?
So common things that people are maybe at risk of would be sunburns. So we have here some SPF.
Good.
And you want to have something at least over 30 for SPF, and something family friendly and something that's water resistant. And we also have here some bug spray, just in case you're going to any tropical areas. Zika virus is a big concern, especially down south now. And in other countries, malaria, as mentioned. You also want to have some painkillers like Advil or Tylenol in case you have a headache or even fever. Cough and cold medication falls into that same category, just in case you get the sniffles if by bad chance. And then you got to think about things that you eat. So we have here some anti-diarrhea medication and some Gravol.
Okay.
Just in case you eat something that's not, sitting well.
Your stomach's not, and that happens to do a lot of people when they go traveling, right? There's a lot of changes, different food, different ways that the food is prepared. So always good to have those on hand.
Right.
Okay.
And then we also have here a first aid kit. Now this is prepackaged from Shoppers Drug Mart, but you can also make your own. I mean, you just put some bandages together, have some gauze, some towelettes, some moist towels, and maybe some scissors, and always bring some hand sanitizer. This is very useful for planes.
Oh, yeah. Good idea, Victor.
Yeah. Especially places where you can't have access to clean water.
Yeah. And the first aid kit is great because if you're someone who's going out and doing hikes or sports or, staying active, you'll want to be prepared. At the end there, you have a kit, really unique.
Very unique.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, this is very good for diabetics. So this is, diabetes is very prevalent in our society, and a lot of people are insulin users. Now, when traveling down to warmer climates, you want to keep your insulin at least at a good temperature. And this is an insulated case that allows diabetics to use insulin to keep their insulin, at a good temperature.
Great. Isn't that handy? So again, these are all things you should consider. And if you want to have a consultation with your Shoppers Drug Mart pharmacist, it's really easy. You just set up an appointment. In regards to the vaccinations, how soon or how much in advance do we need to be thinking about this? Or getting the vaccinations?
Right. That's a really good point, Jacqueline. Yeah. So a lot of people leave their vaccinations until last minute. But definitely give at least 2 to 3 months beforehand.
Okay.
So certain vaccinations require a little bit more time. We have ones that are 1 or 2 weeks, but also some are several months as well.
Okay, so start preparing now if you're heading away for a winter vacation. Thank you so much, Victor.
Oh, you're welcome.
Go to the website, everybody, shoppersdrugmart.ca for more details. We'll be right back. That's great.